Okay, should be enough time. We'll swap. Okay. So, it has been a bit since last time, but I have done everything in prep for this one. So we are still in Sector 3, or Chapter 3, but we're in the last sector. I did crank the difficulty down to easy because, to be honest, for the most part, we've seen kind of a lot of what the gameplay of the game has to offer, and we're just kind of trying to see the story at this point, so I'm just kind of speeding along in easy mode. Turns out easy mode is easy. So I was able to... I'm in Sector 3, I've kind of been steamrolling, so I think I should be able to get through the last of the sector and get started on Sector 4 this time without too much issue. In terms of the story, last thing we mainly had was just that, I think I already... Yeah, it saved that stuff already. I don't think there's anything really for... Gotta put stuff into heat here, but that'd be about the only thing. Still trying to figure out who turned off all the Omnis. Currently, we're looking at one of the 3 other big houses in the Empire, the Akibara Sung, who were notoriously kind of jealous of the other houses in terms of what they had available. And also, Tetsuo, the head of the household, shorted a whole bunch of his stocks in the... Whoop. Apologies there. Shorted a bunch of his stocks in the Omni chip shares, which were basically considered a, slow but steady, safe bet. So a lot of people had a lot of investment in there. He pulled out not too long before everything, crashed, so there's a lot of suspicion pointed his way. We're gonna find out. Considering there's 3 other chapters to this game after this, I imagine it's not going to be the, immediate solution, but hey. Now we're completely upgraded. We have 5 ships we can deploy. We can deploy them fast, and one of them is the longbow one that we can just kind of put in a corner and let shoot. And we're basically upgraded in everything we need to upgrade, so probably best to just kind of make a straight shot. And preferably, avoid the phalanx. Civvy ship, sir. Seems to be on fire. Send help, Admiral. I don't have much time. What seems to be the problem? It's my thrusters. Damn things are in flames. I should never have brought them from House Vicarelli. Please hurry, I beg you. An old woman nearly in flames. This one seems obvious. What do you want to do? Captain, put a small team together and rescue that woman. On it, sir. She's not going to burn on my watch. And we do have a very hefty surplus of Marines, so... Sir, we have the woman. Turns out she was the only person on board. She has some minor burns, but she'll live. She's recovering in sickbay. What an odd bird, that one. Told me to tell you she'd see you soon. Real soon. I'll keep you posted on her status. This is gonna be like the guy in the brig. Sir, I have an update. I went back to check up on her and, well, she and the nurse tending to her have both disappeared. Disappeared? That's right, sir. Gone. I asked around sickbay. Seems no one saw a thing. I don't like the sound of this. I put together a small search party, sir. I'm sure we'll find them in no time. Keep me updated, Captain. Yeah, it's me again, sir. Well, it's just weirder and weirder. We've received reports that the nurse was seen walking around the repair bay. Strange, as neither the sick bay nor her quarters are anywhere near there, but that's not the strangest part. There are reports that her face was... I'm not sure how to say this. Bubbling, sir. Bubbling? I have eyewitness reports from 2 mechanics. Must have been drunk, right? I know they make some strong battleship brew down there. I knew it, Admiral. We have a face changer on our ship. A face changer? Well, the name of Oberon is that. A genetically modified human capable of changing their physical appearance at will. I didn't know that was even possible. It is after hundreds of years of illegal biological engineering, but I didn't know they were real until now. The Akis are rumored to use face changers for seduction and assassination. Let's hope this one here is just the former. Sir, I'm just now getting word they found the nurse. She's dead, sir. Stuffed into a ventilation shaft. Her neck badly broken. Sir, until we can find who or whatever did this, the crew's in danger. Blood test. I want you to run a blood test, Lieutenant. Everyone on the ship takes it. That's how we'll find our face changer. Let's do the thing from the thing. On it, sir. Sir, I've administered the tests. It took some time, but I've located the face changer. It had the appearance of another one of our nurses, a woman by the name of Kara. We found the door to one of our airlocks compromised. Looks like the face changer threw Kara out of it, sir. I only hope it was a quick and painless death. The creature's in the brig, sir. If I were you, I'd try not to stand too close to the bars. Let it grab you, and it's all over. Admiral Ellis, Idaho. Who are you? What are you? I'm whatever you want me to be, Admiral. That's who I am. Tetsuo sent you to kill me, did he? Not just a pretty face, are you? Of course he sent me. He doesn't like you being here, not one bit. I don't know how you've managed to survive this long, but I can tell you your days are numbered. But let's focus on lighter things. What do you think? See anything you like, Admiral? Sorry, but I only go in for humans. I am human. I'm any human you want me to be. Your wife, for instance. I've seen images. So beautiful. You must miss her. And she must miss you. That is, if she's still alive. My wife. What's the matter, Admiral? You're going to talk to me, creature. Tell me more about yourself. What do you want to know? Where'd you come from? Have you always been what you are now? I've trained all my life with other people like me to change faces and appearances. To charm, seduce, kill. I came close to killing you too. But in your line of work, close isn't good enough, is it? No, Admiral, it's not. Close is too far away. Why'd Tetsuo shut down the machines? Was it just to make money? Or was he so jealous of the old man that he was willing to make everyone else suffer for it? But he didn't, Admiral. I don't believe you. I'm telling you the truth. As I know it anyway. Tetsuo did not shut down the machines. You should ask him that yourself, assuming you make it that far. I'm sure he'd find that quite amusing. You know of my wife? Rebecca Colvin. A lot of people in the Empire do. After all, you two were its most famous couple. What else? Strange man you are, asking what I know about your wife. Almost as if you can't remember yourself. Tell me. A very strange man. But I knew that already. Normal men don't return from the dead, do they? My recommendation? Forget about her. There's no way you'll see her again in Elysium with the folders down. Besides, she's probably dead already. So many are now. Hey, Kitsune, no problem. And hello, Yalshanda. Yeah, we got a face changer on the crew. Or worse, she's forgotten about you and moved on into the arms of someone else. Vice Admiral Okonko, for instance. I've heard they were pretty close. Tell me why I shouldn't kill you right now, face changer. Because I can help you forget. Forget what? Your wife, Admiral. If you let me, we can be quite happy together. Truth is... Yes, Admiral? The truth is I don't need help in forgetting the truth. It's as if she never existed. You are mad. Guard, show this thing out of the airlock. The NS Odysseus is at full capacity. I'm curious if you had an actual officer slot, if you could have actually equipped them. Look, can you have 4? Yeah, I think you only have 4. Alrighty. Sir, I'm picking up a recorded message from this beacon. Must be pre-shut down. Looking to make a difference in your empire. Looking for a well-paying career with lifelong benefits and prestige? Look no further. Sign up today at your local recruitment facility and join the fleet. The time has come for you to make a difference. That's from our house. Pragma ship, sir. Let's hope they don't detect Caliban. An Imperial ship. Then it is your duty to assist us. We are the Pragma. How can we assist you, Pragma? We are in need of scrap to repair our battleship. Be careful how you handle this, Admiral. The Pragma are rather sensitive. And the scrap is yours. So it is. We are the Pragma. I had a bunch. Simple thank you would have been nice. Come on, Admiral. Let's push on. Sir, this planet appears to be a trash planet. Its methane levels are off the charts. I wonder if that's where those people drifted to. Let's try to make contact. What do we have to lose? Securing a channel now, sir. I wouldn't normally respond to a ship, but truth is I need your help. We're having a bit of a problem down here on the trash worm. A what? A trash worm. About 200 meters long, and it uses each of them eating the people of my colony. As the name suggests, it lives deep in the trash, like us. Strangest thing is sometimes I think I can hear them crying out. Who? All the people a trash worm swallowed. They can't still be alive, can they? Down there in its guts. Alright, specialist, you go for it. I have a job for you, Lieutenant. I heard. You need someone to take care of the worm. Ever killed one before? No. Nor did I ever imagine one day I'd be asked to kill one either. That said, I'm sure I'm the person for the job. Also, I don't have a demolitions officer, so you're all I got. I'm here, sir. What a wonderful planet. I see it, sir. Just stuck its head out. It has to be the ugliest SOB I've ever seen. I wonder if I can lose an officer that way. No, okay. It's done, sir. That worm couldn't be any deader. Your officer did it, Admiral. Thanks to you, the worm will no longer dine on my fellow colonists. You know, we cut into the beast after your officer took care of it. You're not going to believe this, but some of my people are alive in there after all. I don't know if it interests you, but we have a squadron down here that's yours if you want it. My people and I have pitched in a bunch of scrap, too. They have plenty of the stuff down here. Who knew it would one day be valuable? Hey, I got a nice extra drone, too. What type shredder again? When damaging... steel scrap. I don't need that at this point. But, hey, extra backup. I'm guessing if we did demolition, you wouldn't have been as clean an outcome there with the survivors, so... Let's see what we got next. Hey, saw your ship there, so I thought I might as well ask. We need a hyperventilator 23 to make a generator go. Any chance you got one kicking around? I think we got some scrap around here to pay you with, somewhere. Only problem, you need to scrap a squadron for it, and all my squadrons are pre-scrapped. So this isn't going to work out, but... Incoming transmission. Please help us, Admiral. What's the problem? It's our weather, Admiral. Without the Omni Weather Manager system, our planet's temperature has risen 27 degrees in the past 10 years. Our polar ice caps have melted and sea levels have risen to alarming levels. If we don't do something soon, our entire civilization will be erased. And what can we do to help you and your people? We need scrap to construct higher and stronger levees to protect our colony. It's our only chance of surviving. Otherwise, we'll be washed away. We'd offer you something in return, but I'm afraid we have very little to offer. We're living hand-to-mouth as it is. Yeah, take the scrap. I hope this helps you in your efforts. Thank you, Admiral. With your scrap, maybe we can once again become a dry colony. If we survive, we'll rename it Idaho in your honor. Sir, bad news. Squadron picked up a scrapper sticky bomb on a recent patrol. Must have jumped into some scrapper hunting grounds. Luckily, it hasn't detonated. We evacuated the hangar, but we have to act fast so we wish to avoid damage to the squadron it's attached to. I heard the mechanics talking about building some kind of absorbing scrap shell around it. Yeah, sure. Again, my things are already pre-scrapped, so that meaning damage doesn't do anything, but I've got the excess scrap, so... Worked perfectly, sir. I forgot holding down the left mouse button just kind of makes it skip ahead. Church ship straight ahead. This is no sector for a heathen ship. Die, sinner. Die! Alright, well, you're uniquely not suited for dealing with my type of ship, so good luck with that. You go here, you go here, you go there, you go there, and we'll bum rush them. Which one's that one? That. There. Oh yeah, they've got that one too, don't they? Alright, anyway. Where's their other ship? There's one over here. And we're just gonna bum rush them. Why are they putting the cruiser out first? That seems like a uniquely bad idea. Not that I'm complaining, but hey. What was that? You go here. Yeah, cruiser's already gone. They just froze me, but... The other upside of, Oi. Should bring out more drones. Yeah, the other upside is that the enemy ships have a lot less health. And knock the damage over time crap off, please. Out. Meteorites or something? Right, also, you go there and you go there. I do not know where all this weird... Frigate. Some drones. Sub-Zero gun. Hit that frigate. Let's get some more drones out. Okay. Anything else in the system? No. Okay.
kind of station, sir?
Can't you just let us die in peace, imp? What is this place, Scrapper? Scrapper Hospice Station. Our comrades take our scrap and dump us here when our irradiated bodies become too dysfunctional. Usually happens around 25, 26. But I know one guy, Scourge, who lived all the way to 33. Good old Scourge. Now get out of here, imp.
Should we, attack the Scrapper Station, sir?
I'm not sure I see the point, Captain. No, we continue on. Oh, how generous. Thank you, game. Although there's a depot coming up, so there's stuff there. I did find if I run out of scrap, all that happens is I basically have to wait a turn. It's kind of like FTL. You're not guaranteed to be attacked. In fact, you automatically will generate at least one Neo-N per weight, but, you know, you also have the Progma coming up behind you. Where's the phalanx for this one?
Church Beacon, sir. Picking up a pre-shutdown message on repeat, sir. Do you feel a lack of spirituality in your life? A lack of purpose? Located in Sector 3 of the Anima Cluster, the Omni Mega Church is the answer you've been looking for. Welcome the machines into your heart, and we promise your life will be a fulfilling one.
Okay, planetary defense turret wreckage. One sec. Apologies for that. Alright. Hopefully we get some Neo out of this instead of scrap. I got plenty of scrap. Alright. Yeah, definitely gonna need hacking. But we're also gonna need quite a few things. Select them. Gonna want fight, almost certainly. Well, then this person came around and... Sharp senses, yeah, that bumped it up. Probably gonna want, maybe, let's see. One more in for engineering. Yeah, that just kind of bumps this person up in general. Alright. I'm surprised hack is doing as little as it does. You know what? Screw it. I have the extra scrap. I'm just gonna go for a clean sweep. Okay. Go. I mean, again, Omnis in this case are just the name of the robots. It is a mega church for worshipping the Omnis. Okay, but I don't need the scrap though. I need fuel. Come on. Hey, we dealt with one of these just a little bit ago. Come on. Give me some fuel here. Weapon will do too, I guess. Okay. Fuel, please. Nope, no fuel. Alright, fine. Well, at least I can buy some fuel at the station coming up. I should be able to.
Pirate battleship seconds from attack, sir.
Alright. Well. drones already, so drone versus drone I can deal with. And I've got more of them. Oh yeah, no, that weapon needs to go. What are you doing? Get moving. No, deal with him. Deal with them. Well, thankfully, I haven't. One of my guys makes it automatically. Things that are adjacent to me take damage. Alright, you got fuel, right? Yes, you do. Not a lot, but I'll take it. Why am I... I am, like, exclusively getting weapons that have no effect on battleships. But... this could be nice. Excuse me. Okay, bought that already as well. Yeah, none of this is super useful at the moment, so... Alright. Hey, Dragon. Hope everything went well. You don't think I've got anything else in this sector? So yeah, at least we'll be getting at least some fuel at this next area anyway. A weapon that can target the enemy's hull would be nice, but I don't think we're getting it.
Unless you got any Special H, Admiral, you're wasting my time.
It's a Special H act if I ever saw one. Remind me what Special H is?
Short for Special Human. Special H is a drug invented by Kosh Bundia at Omnis to make people feel better about being useless in an empire revolving around machines. And Special H did exactly what the Kosh said it would. The problem with Special H was also extremely addictive. 1,000 times more addictive than heroin.
Did Oberon try and stop it?
He waged a war on Special H, making numerous arrests and reducing the Kosh Omni quota as punishment. But too many people, some of whom were the richest in the Empire, became addicted to Special H, so new ways were always found to produce and distribute the drug.
How many were addicted to the drug?
At the time of the shutdown, I heard as much as 75% of the population.
That's enough about this subject for now. What do you want to do now, Admiral? What kind of station is this?
Me asking for Special H didn't give it away. With geniuses like you commanding Imperial ships, we don't have much of a chance, do we? There's a bunch of us here. People like me all looking to score. It's hard to do now, and sometimes we go a long time without it. We'd clean up if we could, but do Special H1 once, and you're hooked for life. Which is fine, if the drug is available and you have the dough to buy it. Tell me you have some, Admiral. We have scrap, and we know things too. All kinds of things. Just tell me you have some.
We have no Special H to give you.
Then, like I said, you're wasting my time.
Come on, let's push on. Oh boy, a whole one Neo-N. That's with the maxed drain, too. Alright. There's a depot up here. I can probably buy it from there as well. I only need enough to get to the next sector anyway, so...
I'm picking up a stress signal from this beacon, sir.
I thought the beacons were no longer connected to the FoldNet.
They're not, sir, but this one seems to be transmitting a simple signal relayed from this planet.
Let's investigate this signal. Someone might need our help.
Going in, sir. There's a scrapper hiding near the beacon, sir. It was a trap. That's a nice, juicy battleship you got there, Admiral.
Kind of sophisticated for a scrapper.
Am I impressed? Oh, more stuff for me. Maybe y'all got fuel. Scrapper with fighters. That's new. But y'all actually come around here. You tag team him. Okay. You finish them off, and we'll get some more out. Fuels really just want to go places. Sedentary life is where the cool kids are at. Yeah. Not much the galaxy seems to agree in this case. Alright, finish them off. Oh, shoot! They took out my longbow. That's not nice. Or my impaler, rather. That's not nice. Oh, hello. Oh, my nuke is up. Well, it cleared the board for everybody involved, so I can get mine out faster. Impaler back up yet? It is. Alright, you're going to stick over here. And we get more. Drowning in drones. You go for their hull. Deal with him. Change direction. You go for the fighter. There we go. And we got a frigate out of it. An abandoned auto factory, huh? Y'all got fuel? Please have fuel. Alright. Again, I can buy it in the next place over, but still, I don't like running this close. Although after the station, it's not going to matter. Okay. Sharp senses and another sandworm. Huh. Alright. You know what? I'm just going to do a clean sweep again. We're this close, I don't care. Got the scrap to spare, so screw it. Alright. How are you still? Okay, let's go with this one. Not as exciting, no real risk, but hey. I'm just gonna fast forward this one though. There's more scrap, huh? Not a drop of fuel and all that. Oh well. Yeah, I can just buy some at the shop, but really? None? Not far enough ahead if I have to just wait out the fuel, I can get there anyway. Alright. Aki battleship, sir. An Imperial crew. There's no one I'd rather try my new weapon on. End of transmission, sir. Any idea what this weapon he's talking about? No idea, Lieutenant, but I have a feeling we're gonna find out. Y'all got fuel, right? Give me your fuel. Fighters, fighters, and fighters. Yeah. Oh, it's just a heat weapon. I can deal with that. Oh, you're a stealth one. Why am I moving? I'm waiting for the other ship to show up so I can
I know the stealth one's around here somewhere. Where are you? If this is gonna be battle of attrition, I'm gonna win by default, so... Hey, there he is! You got multiple, huh? I've got lots of drones. Alright. Go for their hull, finish them off. Let's get more of these out here. Stop that. Can't quite get him out yet. Another 11 seconds. That's fine. Alright, you go for that. The rest of y'all eat his hull. There we go. Get you back out. Nope. There we go. Just nuke them right before they can get a move on. I don't care if they're cloaked. AoE will hit them one way or the other. There we go. Just scrap. Ah. Sick bay. Sir, we have a situation. Several crew members are vomiting and hallucinating up a storm. The weapon, Admiral. Seems it was biological. Sir, I've never encountered anything like this before. At least I don't think I have. What should we do? And I could give it a shot. Admittedly, my luck is not the greatest there, but considering there's not as much of really a plot to FTL, I don't feel as bad when a run goes as south as it does. Also, I just kind of feel like there's more options to get away with in FTL. Lieutenant, identify this thing ASAP before it gets worse. Yeah, that's accurate. On my way, sir. Sir, I've analyzed the agent. Those Akis created a real monster of a virus. There appears to be two phases. Phase 1 is the symptoms we've already seen, the vomiting, fevers, and hallucinations. And Phase 2, hypercellular degeneration. Meaning what exactly? Meaning this virus causes the infected to age, sir, and fast. 10 years in a day. Luckily, we've avoided all that. I administered a serum, just a little something I whipped up in the lab. The infected are already recovering. These Aki sure have clever ways to kill Imperials. Alright. Shop. There we go. We finally have an actual weapon that actually hits the hull. Gimme. And I will sell... I don't need all these Tesla field generators, so... Probably the Sub-Zero gun, too. I haven't gotten any auxiliary systems. I'm annoyed. Okay. Swap the little winder out. Put the Pierce laser on. Drone back out. Since we're going to be hopping systems anyway, put everything into the heat capacitor. The only thing I've got left is navigation scanner, and we're one system away, so it does not matter. Let's finish this. Yes, this is on easy, which is why I've got as much scrap as I do and the focus stuff going on. Enemies' HP is also quite significantly reduced, both for their main ship and for the individual units they send out. It was why I felt originally the plan was I was going to go all the way up here before fighting the boss, just in case I wiped on the run, but after running through the previous two sectors with it, it was like, okay. Tetsuo. Admiral Idaho. Welcome to my dark stars. You might not believe me, but take my word for it. Things are much better now without the old man sticking his nose into my business.
Oberon would never let his people suffer the way you do with yours. No, that's true. Oberon was always more sharing. The problem was he never shared enough. Not with me, anyway. What more could you have wanted? Your wealth was nearly unrivaled in the clusters. What more could I want? Well, everything, Admiral. I want everything. And now that the clusters have been leveled by the shutdown, I just might get it. But I'm getting ahead of myself, aren't I? Where were we again? Right. Now I remember. I was about to end you.
I have heard also that this boss in particular is a notorious difficulty spike, so I did not mind cranking the difficulty down. He has, EMP Deluge. Every 90 seconds an EMP hits your battleship and raises your system heat. Okay. And he has a lot of, that's the other thing I know. He likes to spam the cloaked fighters. So, I'm going to leave some of these guys out as bait. There we go. Alright. Oh, he's still up. Finish him off. Nope, he's still going. Alright. Let's get some more out. But yeah, normally that explosion might not have been enough to finish him off unless they had the upgrade, but these guys, their HP is lowered enough that it's feasible. Alright, you take him out. You take him out. And let's get more on the battlefield. And we got a weapon ready. Let's hit that hull. Also, having that piercer helps a lot. Just being able to do consistent damage. Oh, they still got a cloaked guy somewhere. Mines or something? Alright. Ship. You know what? There we go! Oh, that's beautiful. Let's hit that hull again. Let's get some more drones out. You go for that one. Make sure they don't cloak in time. Just keep the pressure on. Thing's annoying. And their squadrons. Why not slow them down? Get the drone out. Hit him again. Oh, the thing's damaged enough they can only have one squadron out. I will take it. Almost. He's only got one hull left. Just fire that before they're done. Okay. Oh, wow. Yeah, they were not kidding about that ability being annoying. That knocked out like half my systems. Oh, wait, did that also just destroy ships, too? Oh, that's not fun. Alright. Just keep hitting him. He's almost done. Okay, stop, keep going. Jump him. Jump him. One more, that should finish him off. There we go. I can't believe it. You beat me, Admiral. Good. Now you know what it is to suffer at the hands of suffer as the people of your sector suffer. Oh, believe me, not even I am a stranger to suffering now. Look. Couldn't tell. It was a little too pixelated, so I couldn't quite tell what I was supposed to show, but... Did he just take his face off, sir? I have a feeling, Admiral, you have questions for me. You bet against the Omnis. You made a fortune when they collapsed. That's why you shut them down. I made money off their collapse, yes. But I made money on everything, Admiral. I played all the Admirals. That's what a good businessman does. I would have made even more had they not shut down, believe me. You can't fault me for being the only one smart enough to profit from our only apocalypse, can you? But I did not shut down the Omnis. At least, not directly. Not directly? What do you mean? Yeah, I think it was just supposed to be, oh, he took his face off. You see, I had a plan to interfere with the old man's toys at one time. A plan that ultimately failed. I was going to reach the Master Node Terminal. The Master Node Terminal? There's a theory. A theory I know to be true. The terminal exists somewhere near Elysium. A secretive Master Node Terminal that Oberon built at the dawn of the Empire. The Master Node Terminal monitors the location of every single Omni in the Empire and controls full net traffic. By reaching and making changes to the Master Node, one could give his or her house insurmountable advantages that would ultimately lead to the total control of the Empire. How could one give his or her house advantages? Oh, in so many ways. By offlining Omnis to give your house more Omnis than permitted by Oberon's quota. Or one could control folder traffic and trap his or her enemies in certain clusters. Very useful in war. And I had an operative who knew where the secretive Master Node Terminal was. An Imperial scientist who'd worked with an Oberon on a system update of the node. For a small fortune and protection from Oberon, who was going to give me its location. But my plan had a flaw. A Kosh by the name of General Vivar. You worked with a Kosh? You despised them, and they you. Yes, but we despised Oberon more. It was a mistake. My undoing. Had I not involved Vivar, the Omnis would still be active, and I wouldn't be here dying as I am. Somehow Vivar found out the operative's identity and cut me out of our arrangement. Vivar, the scientist, must have reached the Master Node and somehow shut all Omnis down by mistake. Kosh, imbecile! What's the name of the scientist? Dr. Karis. Nothing will do any good. You'll never find him trapped as you are in this cluster. I suspect he resides in Kosh sectors. What do you know about me, Tetsuo? What an odd question to ask at a time like this, Admiral. All I know is what everyone else knows. You're the poster child for the Empire. Its greatest hero who is said to have died valiantly on Ganima, vitrifying the survivalists. But obviously that was a lie spread by your Emperor. I also know you have a wife, Rebecca Calvin, an Imperial pilot, one of the best the Empire had ever produced. What else can you tell me about her? You do not remember your own wife. You're a strange man, Admiral. I recall only one other detail. You, your wife, and Vice Admiral Okonko went to school together at the Academy, were its prized pupils, and were very close. Of course, this could also have been more Imperial propaganda. There is so much of it in the clusters, isn't there? What happened to your face? This is the price for our mods, Admiral. With the Omnis around, they can't be monitored as they should. As they say, I'm due for a checkup. Surrender, Tetsuo. You have my word, I'll treat you fairly as my prisoner. Surrender so I can die on your ship.
I don't think so. You will destroy my ship and me in it. But first, I ask you a favor. If you see the old man, if you reach Elysium, and I very much doubt you will, tell him how sorry I am. You wish to express your guilt for the part in the shutdown. On the contrary, I want you to tell how sorry I am I didn't get to see his empire fall to pieces. I would have liked that very much. We will save the empire, Tetsuo. You will not. I was right in predicting the Omnis would shut down. I'll be right about this too. And a transmission, sir. Well, I had my doubts we'd pull it off, but here we are. Another Imperial enemy slain. Kudos, Admiral. And now we know who shut the machines down and how they did it. General Vivar of House Kosh-Buendia turned them off, accessing the Master Node terminal. If we can find Vivar in the Kosh cluster, there's a chance we can find the Master Node and reactivate the Omnis. There's hope yet in all this darkness. Indeed there is. Tell me about House Kosh-Buendia. House Kosh-Buendia is arguably the most powerful house other than Telos, Admiral. Like the Yakis, in addition to building their fortune from Omni-based endeavors, they've also operated in the cracks of Imperial law, and quite successfully. Doing what exactly? Weapons and drug manufacturing, Admiral. You heard of Special H, no? House Kosh-Buendia had the market pretty much cornered in those respects. Whereas the Akis are interested in genetic modification. Koshs prefer mechanical or metallic alteration to aid them in fighting or in business. They're known for having tremendous pride in their tech and the soundness of their battleships, such pride frequently bordering on arrogance. I can remember something. What are you doing, Admiral? Trying to remember my wife. How I died. Anything. And please spare me your speech on how I must be patient because my emotional memories will return. I'm growing tired of that, Caliban, and so is the rest of the crew for that matter. I know it's difficult, but the important thing here is to remember the Empire and our mission to save it. We can't lose sight of that, Admiral. All emotions, everything, must come second to that. Do you understand? They don't matter, is what you're saying. With the Empire the conditions in, no, they don't. Remind me what we learned about Rebecca and the cluster, Caliban? We learned from our encounter with that face changer with the original Ida, who had a wife by the name of Rebecca, who was a pilot for House Telos. We also learned that she, the original you, and Vice Admiral Okonko attended the academy together, were its prized pupils, and were extremely close. I don't think it's healthy for you to keep asking questions about the original Idaho's past. Remind me about the original Idaho's death. Vaughn, the drunken, totally unreliable veteran who was in our brig for Neo-N theft, told you that the original Idaho died putting down a terrorist insurrection on Gamnia, a planet in House Kosh-Buendia sectors. The original Idaho is said to have, alone, crashed a ship loaded with Makers of Darkness, nuclear warheads, on Ganima, killing the survivalists and saving the Empire at the same time. After his death, he was mourned by hundreds of thousands back on Elysium, the capital of the Empire, and Oberon declared he was the greatest hero the Empire had ever known. Tell me what you know about the Survivalists. The Survivalists, as we've learned, were a group of people who believed the Empire should be free of Omnis, because they made humans something less than, well, human. They rebelled on Gamnia, destroying local Omnis and Omni-Tech, like the Folder in their sectors. Oberon rightfully feared their ideology was a threat to the safety of his subjects, which is why he sent you and Vice Admiral Okonko to destroy them. Remind me what we know about Vice Admiral Okonko. We learned that many people believed the original Idaho and he were best friends, extremely close ever since their days at the Academy together. But we also heard some people believed Okonko was very jealous of the original Idaho, because he was Oberon's favorite. Also, we heard in the clusters that Okonko and the original Idaho and Rebecca attended the Academy together. Okay. Have you told me everything you know, Machine? Of course, Admiral. Why would you ask me that? Others seem to know something about me, or the original me, how I died, the fact that I had a wife. But not you. Aren't you supposed to be the smartest machine in existence? You forget. Oberon cut me and the other Calibans off from the rest of the Empire. We aren't up to date on all of the gossip concerning Ellis, Idaho. Remind me about the Master Node Terminal. Like Tetsuo said, it was built at the dawn of the Empire, most likely somewhere not far from Elysium. It monitors the location of all Omnis throughout the Empire and FoldNet traffic, among other things. If one could reach the Master Node Terminal, one could alter it to provide their house with insurmountable advantages, leading to total control of the Empire. Making it one's Omni go off the radar, for example, could give a house more Omnis than their competitors, a tremendous financial and military advantage. There's learned that Tetsuo believes that General Vivar, with Dr. Karras' help, reached the Master Node Terminal and somehow shut down the Omnis accidentally. Did you know about the Master Node Terminal, Machine? As a matter of fact, yes. Didn't you literally just tell me you told me everything you knew? Yeah. Why didn't you say anything? I wasn't sure that it played a role in the shutdown. I know now that it did. I also know now that this is how someone, seemingly this General Vivar character, managed to shut down all the Omnis that were connected to the FoldNet, but not Calibans, because we weren't. Do you know where the Master Node Terminal is? I do not. Not precisely, but it makes sense, as Tetsuo said, that Oberon would have built it around Elysium to be near it. Come on, Machine. Let's push on. We have some cautious to look into. Yes, and something tells me they won't be thrilled to see us. On to Sector 4. Okay, got the Geno class, but I think I am just going to stick with the Chaos class for now, because it has been running me pretty well, especially on easy. Are y'all done growing? No. Hey! Hooray! Alright, we've got somebody back. The rest of them have been taking too long to grow back afterwards. Alright, so she's got basically all of our intelligence gathering. Not one person has fight. Nobody. Ah! I feel like that's gonna come up. Okay. I will... I'll go with you. We'll get more later. Again, at least I start with the shop, but I also don't start with any scrap. The sectors of House Kosh Bundia, Admiral. Based on what we know, the Kosh are fierce fighters, proud of their Omnitech and battleships. It won't be easy for a ship like ours to make it through this sector and reach General Vivar to find out where the Master Node Terminal is. And yet, that is exactly what we have to do for Oberon and the people of this great empire. Alright. Yeah, unfortunately we have to start from the top again, so less than ideal, but okay, you go here, you go here. This is actually a pretty decent increased deployable zone thing, but I definitely need to get this stuff back up. Okay. Probably best to go this way. Church battleship, sir. Thank Oberon, an Imperial ship. Oh, this is the kid one. They're lying. Basically, we have to get in a fight with them. Yeah, basically, they're playing, you know, we're innocent and we escape, but they're, you know, really just child soldiers who are
who are going to try and raid your ship, so you have to fight them. Yeah, well, again, they were in a prior run. Oh, wow, that is quite a boost. And they only have frigates. They're screwed. Well, okay, maybe spread these guys out just a little bit. You go for their hull. You go for their weapons. You deal with the frigate when it shows up. There it is. Not all your children are like that, are they? Okay. I don't know. I'll just have to keep the scrap I got. Lucky battleship, sir, and badly damaged. Picking up a faint distress signal from inside their battleship. Will send us in, sir? Honestly, it'd be nice to see a little action. Get me in touch with the ship, Lieutenant. Sorry, sir. No one's responding. Ship looks to be abandoned. Want to send us in, sir? It'd be okay. Yes, go ahead. I'll pick them up more anyway. Lean, put a team together and find that signal. Of course, sir. Watch your 6's troops. We're heading in. Sir, we're in. Our trackers are telling us we're close to the signal, but we hit a snag. Corridor collapse, sir. Blocking us. And I have nobody with demolitions. Unless we have a way of clearing a path through this rubble, I'm afraid this search ends here. Or, oh, engineering. Either way. Lean, get your men and women back on the ship safe and sound. That's an order. Right away, sir. You heard what the Admiral said. Move it! Ooh, but we do have planetary defense turret wreckage. Okay, Intel broker. I think hack will probably be... Fight is probably the other big one. Yeah. Okay, maybe her addition? No. I'll go with what I got. One other nice upside of this type of ship is I get this stuff right from the... Oh, I forgot this was still on... Whoa. We lost a man. Sorry, Yori. See, now that we've got a whole bunch of, it's like, okay. I got a weapon, but I have no weapon port, so... I was just waiting for, alright, you're gonna get a whole bunch of Neo-N and you don't need, well, okay, we got some Neo-N and we don't need it. But we are also getting a decent amount of scrap, so... Alright. Not a bad amount of upgrade, though. Put at least one in there just so I can get the guys back out faster. As long as the shops aren't until the next sectors anyway. Please don't attack. Look, we have a nice weapon. Excellent at killing. We'll gladly trade it to you for just a small amount of scrap. What's the catch, pirate?
The catch? There is no catch. Why would there be a catch?
It's 15 scrap, I don't care. We'll do it, pirate. Guess I'm feeling generous today.
What relief. Here's your weapon as promised. Now I need to find a dark place to hide.
Hey, actually no, I will absolutely take that. That's very useful for me. I just need enough money to be able to put one on, but hey, I can hit their hull directly.
Enemy ship on the attack, sir.
Pre-loaded attacks. Boo. Okay. Ooh, fighters. Interesting. Strange for scrappers, but... no weapon, though, I'll tell you. Thankfully, those turrets seem to be... neutral. Oh! That went a lot better than expected. Alright. Hit him where it hurts. There she blows. Yeah, easy mode, is as you can see.
Sir, a telestation of unknown purpose. What's a functional telestation doing in these sectors? What do we have here? An Imperial battleship, and a fancy one too.
Ivar's not gonna like that. This is the NS Odysseus, an Admiral Ellis, Idaho. Never met an admiral addicted to Special H before, but if there's one thing about Special H, it's that it doesn't discriminate. She thinks you're a druggy admiral. Maybe it shouldn't, but this amuses me. What kind of station is this? In its day, it was a Telespecial H clinic. If you had enough dough, you could receive treatment here for your addiction. We called it treatment, but really there was no cure. So once you try Special H, that's it. You're addicted for the rest of your life. Which gave the patients less and less Special H to at least save them money. Now this place is just a refuge, really. A place where doctors, travelers, and a few addicts alike call home. You exist. The station, I mean. A Telos station out here in Kosh Wendia territory. That's right. That's because the Koshas know we pose no threat. But then again, it's not like we have a binding legal agreement. If Ivar and his commanders want us dead, then dead we'll be. What else can you tell me about this Special H? House KB machines made Special H for close to 100 years. First, it was free. The nobles said it would make us feel better about being replaced by our metal counterparts. Said it was an antidepressant. But no antidepressant I know is 1,000 times more addicting than heroin. I don't know how accurate they were, but pre-shutdown reports said at least 75% of the population was addicted to Special H. There's some Special H left, apparently. Reserves. But only the richest or most powerful can get their hands on it. All my life I advocated not taking it. Now I think I wouldn't mind using. Might as well die happy, even if that happiness isn't true happiness. You mentioned Vivar. What else can you tell me about him? Well, as much as I'm sure you know, Vivar controls these sectors. Supposed military genius. He rules this cluster with an iron fist. Vivar, unlike Oberon or Tetsuo to a lesser extent, is fairly new to the throne, coming into power about here around a couple decades ago. From what I understand, he was something of an outsider growing up in the house, much more inclined to military displays than the other lords. Vivar prides himself on Kosh tech and the prowess in his battleships. I have to admit, his battleships and his commanders are fierce. You'll want to steer clear of them naturally, but as you're still living and breathing, I suspect you already knew that. What can you tell me about these commanders? Just as nasty as he is, just as proud, cocky, arrogant. You'll recognize them by their metal enhancements. Metal enhancements? Vivar's commanders like to augment themselves, to partake in the metal or some such nonsense. In their eyes, the more metal you are, the better. How could Oberon will...
Okay, that was just... we already asked him about that. What can we do to help the people in these sectors? I'm not gonna lie, we can all use the assistance we can get. Scrap, Neo-N, we'll take whatever you have. Of course, all that's just kind of a band-aid, isn't it? If we want any kind of future, we need the machines. I know we have a complicated relationship with them, but that's the truth. I'd gladly return to the way things were before, even if we lost our humanity relying on Omnis and their tech as much as we did. And even if 3 out of 4 people were addicted to a mind-numbing cost drug. I'd return to that in a heartbeat. Do you know anything about the Omni shutdown? Well, if the reports are true, some still exist in these sectors. People have seen machines here. Functioning machines. They say they move, yeah. They say Vavar has them, that he's using them as soldiers to do terrible things. Which is strange, because I always thought machines were supposed to do good. I mean, isn't that what the Rubicon was supposed to ensure? That they couldn't be used to harm anyone? She's right. This doesn't make sense. Also, if there really are Omnis here, I would have picked them up by now. I assume, anyway.
Yeah, they do sound like the Mechanicus. The Odysseus will turn the Omnis on again. You have my word.
I wish I could believe you. I really do. But if we really could turn them back on, don't you think we would have done so by now?
I'll let you go, Admiral, but before I do, I have to ask.
Can you help us out here at the clinic? We can use all the help we can get.
Of course we'll help. Here, take the scrap.
Thank you, Admiral.
I wish you safe travels throughout these sectors.
My advice, avoid Vavar and his commanders at all costs.
Hull breaker laser.
I think I already have that one. Or do I have just a Mark 1? I have a Mark 1.
I'll stick with the Mark 1, but... oh. Any of y'all have fight? None of y'all have fight. Why do none of y'all have fight? Ah! Ad voice? I missed something.
I'll buy 1, just so I've got that bit more of a buffer.
Yeah, peaceful people are not more likely to death.
Kosh battleship, sir. Your tech's not bad, but it's not exactly good either, is it?
Alright, I don't actually think I've fought the Koshes before. Alright. A fighter, plasma nuke. Ah, they've got shields. Okay. Don't think it's gonna be enough, though. Use stealth fighters. Where's regular? That works. Or sorry, not shielded, armored. Either way. Oh, I could have done the anti-battleship battery. Oh well. Goodbye, Kosh. I can just get a little bit more scrap so I've got a buffer. I'd love to put that hull breacher thing on. Oh. I gotcha. Just took me a sec. Alright.
Empire battleship, sir.
I can't believe it. You really are Admiral Idaho. With this battleship and crew, sir, you will always be the greatest hero the Empire has ever known. And it's an honor to meet you, Captain. Tell me, can I help you in your ship? Go off a stench of desperation, do I? Well, the truth is our local outpost has been under siege from 2 Kosh Oh, I have fought them before. I've also gotten this quest line before. Yeah, alright, we can do that. Yeah. Alright. On to the next area. Well, you know, he's known for dying. I gotta keep my reputation up. Got R&D for you. Sir, I hate to complain, but we're twiddling our thumbs down here looking for a bit of direction. Anything particular you'd like us to work on? I mean, like, anything? I'll take the hull hardening if it lets me. Thank you. Can you strengthen the hull? That would help us in battle. Of course, sir, but it's going to require a fair amount of scrap to do so. We're good, we're not that good. Still interested? Yeah, go ahead. Please tell me it can go over the cap. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I literally think that did nothing because I'm already at the max hardened hull. Oh well, alright. Secret military base. Oh boy. Caliban, do you mind if I ask you a question or two? I suppose it's fine, Admiral. Let's not take too long. Oh, okay. I've already heard all of these, so... yeah. Put her in there, and I think... secret military base is probably going to need... demolition... fight... pilot, okay. I'll go with that. Okay. Let's get a decent amount of scrap this time. Or fuel. A little bit more scrap will be positive. Okay, there we go. We're positive scrap at least. Excuse me. We got a cruiser. Sadly, not the Impaler type that I like, but maybe I could sell it. Okay, decent amount of scrap. Hey, you know what? I'm just gonna... yeah, I'll take that. Get that upgrade in. Get that hull breaker on. General thing is main focus is on getting the how many squadrons I can have out at once and how fast I can deploy them, because that's the main strength of this ship type. Civilian ship close to that star, sir. Must be hot in there. Incoming message. Hey, get your own star to worship, Imperial. This one's ours. Sorry, maybe I'm imagining things, but did he just say, get your own star to worship? Why do you worship the sun? Because a godly transformation has begun before our very eyes, obviously. What do you want to do about this cult, sir? Can we help you? Oh yeah, definitely. You can leave immediately. You're preparing for our unification, and you're only getting in the way. Unification? The sun, Admiral. We're getting ready to join it, to become a part of it. But don't try to stop us. We can't kill all of you. You have a battleship, but I suspect we'll have no trouble taking out a few of your men and women. Y'all have fun with that. Let's push on. Yes, please. Just seeing your ship has given us the courage to stand up to some bully cautious in our system. Please accept this as a show of thanks. Praise Oberon and the glory of his empire. Okay, alright, I'll take some more drones. Alright, list. Incoming transmission, sir. An Imperial battleship? Well, since you're here, maybe you can help us with a problem. Very serious problem. What kind of problem? It's our colony's birth rate, sir. Frankly, we're having too many babies. Okay, I know this one. Yeah, I've done this one before. I do not have an engineer, so... Okay, I think I've done this one before. I think I lost the thing, so let's see. And I'm going to be too short to get another squadron dock recovery. I regret doing that already. Especially since... Yeah, alright. Do I have any upgrades I can afford? No. Not that'll be useful. Or, well, okay. I have 2 weapon docks, but I don't think I've got anything that would be worth it. So... Alright, yeah, dang. If I hadn't done that, I'd have had enough to get another thing to put my ships out faster. But it's just the first boss, so we should be fine. Kosh Commander battleship, sir. A Telos battleship? Who goes there? This is Admiral Idaho. I should have read their name before I went with that accent, but I'm sticking with it. Alright. This is Admiral Idaho of the NS Odysseus. We're looking for Vivar. Wow! An Admiral! I've killed all kinds of Imperials before, but never an Admiral! This is fantastic! It's so weird. That's what's making her making her so happy is the prospect of our death. Alright. Okay, fighter and an X-beam. That should not be a problem at all, honestly. You back up just a smidge, and then go back for him. Is he still up? He's still up, okay. But, there we go, he's down. Alright, I can get these guys back out again. Go! Let's hit their squadron when we're at it, since that thing's taking so long to come back out. X-weapon I can deal with. And, okay, still got that up. In the meantime, though, you go out. Thanks for taking your own guy out, buddy. I appreciate it. Makes my job easier. While we're at it, almost done. Just gotta give him a little love tap and he's finished. There she goes. Yeah, definitely additional docking squadrons. Don't think I need any of that. No. Okay, that should be good. Oh yeah, the Imperial Outpost thing. Yeah, let's get that knocked out.
Scrapper in a Kosh minefield, sir. Looks like you got the best of it, too.
Any way your birds can scrap that ship, Admiral? Or Captain?
Those mines? It's risky.
Could damage our birds. Pretty good. You feel like rolling the dice, sir? My ships are already pre-scrapped. Go for it. Minefield or not, we need that scrap. Form a team and get it to it, Captain.
Of course, sir. Tired of studying fight footage anyway.
Took some careful maneuvering, but we extracted the scrap of that incident, sir. Scrap's been added to our stock. Nice bump, too. Alright. Yeah, let's bump that up. Let's get that one later. You know, let's get this one while we're here. It doesn't take. It only just. I should have done it before I drained it, but yeah.
Remember that Imperial captain we bumped to in the last sector, sir? One who told us about the outpost under siege? Well, these are the coordinates she gave us. That and, well, that must be one of the Kosh battleships she was talking about, sir.
Incoming Kosh transmission.
Let me guess. They sent you to protect their little outpost. You're going down. Did no one tell you that Kosh Tech was the best?
I guess the last Kosh battleship we destroyed failed to mention that. Crew, prepare your weapons. Oh yeah, I didn't actually select. Yeah. So. Oh, 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4. Alright, 2 fighters and the plasma nuke. Why'd y'all spawn all the way back there? I think. Okay, I must have goofed the control on that one. Go get for him. Hull. You go for their squadron. Ow. Stop. Yeah, you need to spawn here, not all the way back there. Anyway, Space Bender.
There's a second Kosh battleship right on cue. So we have enough in the tank to take it, sir. I don't know how you won. Must be luck. No way you could be that lucky twice.
Alright, yeah, more. Okay, 1. X-beam again. Frigate and a fighter. Well, I can take the frigates out, certainly. Okay, yeah, you come here. You come here. I'm just gonna jump them. Alright. Go for the frigates. You go for the fighter. Guess this, I think they start I think the enemy ships start pre-damaged. It's not just that their health is reduced, like they look like they've visibly taken damage, rather. There we go. Just dropping weapons. Can't really use that. Alright. Incoming transmission from the Imperial Outpost. We can't thank you enough, Admiral. Those Koshs have been harassing us for weeks. Put together a gift for you and your men and women. Should make all this darkness a little less frightening. Good luck on your journey. Bunch of weapons and ship types I don't use. Ah! Alright, while we're here, let's check out this auto factory. Which, let's see. Probably gonna need engineering. hack? Thinking hack. Yep, okay. I'll just stick with this. Alright, nice. Nice amount of scrap. Nice amount of scrap. There should be a couple upgrades. Alrighty, let's see. Definitely capping that off. And let's get that last hull. And that's, besides the squadron docks, that's most of our, like, required upgrades out of the way. Heat capacitor's a nicety, and if I can get any other weapons that actually, I want to actually use, because the hull breaker's the big one. Everything else is basically AoE. I'm selling that flat cannon next time I get a chance. Okay, nothing else in there, so store is not until that sector. That's fine. Taking a pre-shutdown message from this beacon, sir. Seems to be playing on repeat. Looking to finance your next Omni purchase? Visit Imperial United. We offer competitive Omni loans and interest rates. Have a great day. Have an Imperial United day. Boy, howdy, where do I sign up? Admiral, I'm detecting an enormous Kosh facility under this planet's desert. Whatever they're doing down there sure looks like they don't want anyone finding out. Call it Omni Intuition. I have a feeling this is connected to those machines showing up that the Special H Clinic was talking about. Captain, put together a team and access that facility. Sending him in now, sir. Unfortunately, I don't have any specialists with fight, so I imagine this might go poorly. Sir, the team is in. Seems the Koshs are holding hundreds of children in cages. Children? Hold on, sir. I'm getting word that heavily armed machines are guarding the children. Dozens of them. Looks like the stories are true. There are Omnis in this cluster. Don't understand. The Rubicon doesn't allow for combative machines. Sir, these machines are taking the children to another part of the facility. Have your troops follow him, Captain. Relaying that order, sir. Sir, my troops are in some kind of surgical prep area. There's a team of Kosh scientists led by one in particular, a crazy-looking guy. Sir, they say one of the scientists opened a machine. There's a brain inside, sir. A human brain. That's what they're doing with those children. They're grafting their brains onto machine parts. I played Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance. I know this part. I think I'm gonna be sick. Sir, the team's been spotted. The machines are shooting at them. Incoming transmission, sir. It's coming from inside the facility.
Hello. With who am I speaking, please?
This is Admiral Idaho of the NS Odysseus.
Yes, I've heard of you. The most famous Imperial Admiral there is. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Dr. Landa, though I also go by another name. The Butcher of Buendia. A little crude, I'll admit, but not inaccurate. It would seem that I've caught some of your men and women shopping or snooping around in my Panzergeist facility. Shame, shame, Admiral. It's not nice to spy on people. But don't worry. Unlike you, I'm well schooled in the art of civility. I'll take excellent care of your commandos. I'll cut their brains out and attach them to machines. Typically, children's brains are better at the job, more adaptable, but for your men and women, I'll make an exception. I'll turn them into my Panzergeist.
I have also played Wolfenstein: The New Order.
Now, I'm afraid it's time my men and women attack your, what is it, Enos Odysseus? Vivar's orders. He doesn't care much for you Imperials. Sir, we've got company. Looks like Landis sent a Kosh warship after us.
Okay, they have... Oh, yeah, Frigate Juggernaut. That needs to go. That needs to go. Do I have any weapons that would be better for that? No. Alright, I'm just gonna have to hit him with the... Oh, I was about to say, I'll use that, and I forgot. Right. Cannot be slowed in any way. Okay. It is a frigate. I have no fighters, though. Alright, I'm just gonna have to wear it down with drones. Oh! The enemy also deployed that right on top of me. Alright. But yeah, that hull driller thing needs to go. Oh wait, that is mine. I think. Okay. Everybody lay into this thing. If that thing reaches my hull, it's gonna hurt. Oh, frickin' turrets! Okay. Yes, that thing's finished off. Good. Else hit everything else. Okay. Sir, I've reestablished contact with the team. They defeated Landis Panzergeist, but we lost considerable troops in the process. Seems that Landa and most of the other lab coats escaped during the firefight, but we did capture one. Dr. Karras, sir. Dr. Karras, the same that Tetsuo mentioned. Team's on their way back to the ship now, sir. First thing they're gonna do is put this doctor in the brig. If you can get him to talk, Admiral, we can find out where the Master Node terminal is, and what Vivar did to shut the Omnis down. Time to have a little chat with Dr. Karras. Dr. Karras, welcome to my ship. Admiral Ellis Idaho. So you didn't die on Ganmea. I knew our great Emperor would have a backup plan to save the Empire. You're going to ask me how I could be part of such a cool experimentation, aren't you? Well, I feel terrible about it. But what could I do? A low-level scientist like myself. A prisoner such as I was. A prisoner. I was just following Lando and Vivar's orders. It was that to be executed. And who knows what Lando would do with my brain if he'd gotten his hands on it. He has other pet projects, you know. Other horrors in these stars. Anyway, I'm happy you're here. I'm happy I'm here on your brig, Admiral. I really am. And why is that? Because now, free of those madmen, I can use my scientific knowledge for the betterment of man, for the Empire, for you, which is what I've always dreamed of doing. I could serve you on this wonderful battleship you have, help you in your noble mission to rid these sectors of Imperial enemies and turn the Omnis back on. And I can start this very moment by answering any questions you might have. There's no time like the present, is there? I know who you are, Doctor. What are you talking about, Admiral? You betrayed your empire, your emperor, you worked with Oberon on updating the Master Node terminal, and you gave its secret location to Vivar. What? But that's ridiculous! Tetsuo told us everything. Tetsuo? How could you possibly have talked to Tetsuo? The folders, you're mad! Enough! If you want to save your skin, and I know you do, you'll start talking. So that's the way it's going to be. Fine. But you're wrong, Admiral. You've got your facts mixed up. I didn't give you out the location of the Master Node terminal, even though I wanted to. How could I? I never knew what the node was in the first place. You're lying. You worked on the node's system update. How could you not know where it was? No, I didn't. I lied. I was a high-ranking scientist in House Telos, and sure, I wanted to work on the node with Oberon. I wanted to prove to him just how valuable I was, but when I asked him, he refused. He laughed at me. He never trusted anyone's old man. No one human anyway. Always thought he was so superior, and look where that got him. If he trusted me and told me where the Master Node was in the first place, giving me a bigger part to play, we wouldn't be in the mess we're in today. After that humiliating day, I vowed to find out where the node was anyway, and take that information to another house where I'd be appreciated for once. And it wasn't that hard to find. Only took me a few months of poring over encrypted information. And one day, there it was, complete with blueprints. It was magnificent. That's when I contacted Tetsuo, and not long after that, Vivar kidnapped me. I assume he had an operative among the Aki who knew where I was, and brought me back to his cluster. And what happened then? I gave Vivar the node's location, not knowing it to be false. It was that or my life, of course. I traveled with Vivar to reach it. I was going to help him access the Master Node, figure it out, give his house an insurmountable advantage in Omnis. I figured it was in my best interest to do so. But when we got there, the node was nowhere to be found. Worse, Oberon and many battleships were waiting for us. It was a trap. Vivar, greatly outnumbered, knew a battle was pointless. We were arrested and escorted back to House Kosh Buendia. Vivar was not in charge of his house then. Not yet. The seven, knowing of what Vivar had done, still were, and Oberon held each one in the palm of his hand. We were imprisoned in the worst dungeon in the cluster, and it's there we waited our execution. And then what? And then a miracle happened. The Omni shut down. And somehow, in the chaos and confusion of all this, Vivar arranged for his freedom. A prison escape. Helped that the Omnis ran the place, of course. And he saved you too. But why? He didn't want to. He wanted my head on a spike. But a certain insane scientist stepped in and saved me. Landa. He convinced Vivar I was worth more lives than dead. Ever since I've been helping Landa do all kinds of horrible things. It's a terrible thing to owe your life to a person like that. What are you going to do to me, Admiral? I'm done listening to you, Doctor. Lieutenant, ready the airlock. Oh, alright. The hour of your punishment has come, Doctor. But you won't punish me. I have something too valuable for you. I know where Landa's battleship is. And why do I care about that? Because he's a monster, and all monsters deserve to die. At least in your eyes. I'll tell you where he is. On the condition I'm given my freedom and transplanted to a planet of my choosing. Looks like I have you beaten, Admiral. The poster boy of the Empire. I'm enjoying this. What say you, chap? Do we take the deal or tell him to shove it? Out the airlock. And so far that has not been addressed, Dragon. Well, I don't know if they got more of him or not. I understand if you have to recover from the accent. It's okay. Take your time. I should be looking up at the chat. I don't know. He has lied about the stuff before. He has lied about stuff before, but he's also been working with Landa this whole time, so it's about a 50-50. So he's not being given the option to stay on the ship. He is being given the option, I want out. Yeah, he doesn't even necessarily want a ship. Oh yeah, I guess it does want a ship. I thought he just wanted to be dropped off. I mean, okay. No. You'll still die, Lieutenant. Lieutenant, show Dr. Karras how our airlock works. A man of science, I'm sure he's curious. What? No! I sentence you to death, Dr. Karras, for your crimes against the Empire and the people of its clusters.
So what if I die? You're soon to follow. You can't save anything. I spit on you. I spit on Oborn.
So long, Doctor. There's not, okay, I guess there's not, we're gonna have any follow-up on the kids, alright. Well, at least I can buy extra soldiers, which I probably want to, or will need, unless, is there anything else in the sector? I think I already checked, but yes I did, okay.
Sir, an Imperial battleship. What's left of one anyway. It's like I encountered another ship. Better armed ship.
Lieutenant, see if you can make contact.
Sure thing, sir.
No luck, sir. Nothing on there but fuzz. Send in more commandos. Form a team and check the ship out, Captain. On our way, sir.
Sir, we're inside the Imperial ship. It's empty. No one's been in here in a long time. We did find a message painted on one of its walls. In blood.
What did it say? I'm guessing it's the survivalist one again.
Yep. The survivalists live. Whatever that means.
Report back to the ship at once, Captain. No reason to stay any longer.
On our way back now, sir.
Couldn't salvage any scrap off this thing? Alright, fine. Oh boy. A whole one Neo-N. Oh, Progmon, the other one. No! We are not going there. We'll avoid that last sector.
Picking up an old recorded message from this Kosh beacon. Kosh Tech. You need to be 120% sure you killed your enemies dead.
Planetary defense turret. Yeah, wreckage defense turret. Oh, and I'm short commandos. Oh boy, this will be fun. Well, I already have the stuff to keep them alive, at least. I'm probably going to need hack and fight. Yeah, that bumped it up quite a bit. Fight. Yeah. Okay. What else? One more. Risky, but... as long as I make over 60 scrap off this, I'm still even. Or positive. Okay, well, 45. I'm 2/3 of the way there. Okay, that didn't have piloting. That's fine. As long as it was the resource cache, not the danger, because right now I don't have a whole lot of spare people to spread the damage around on. Granted, Hero could probably take it. She's got more health, but... okay. I've gone positive in terms of resources, at least. I'd run across that particular message before. Okay, what does Core Killer do? Or Core Blaster? Can only target allied units. Destroy one allied unit on target cell and deal 25 of its current health as damage to all adjacent units. That's not really useful for me, considering that my ships all are pre-damaged, so that one's probably getting sold at the next shop. Alright. Yeah, main thing is just gonna be that one. Yeah, staying away from the Omniforge. I don't really use it much anyway. City 12 o'clock, sir. Good thing we happened by and not some Kosh patrollers. You're gonna have to give us something to keep our pie hole shut. Eh. Take it and go. Yeah, it should keep you safe. I just hope you don't bump into any ships that'll take advantage of a delicate situation like yours. Leeches. If you were starving, you might try the same, Lieutenant. Right. So, flat cannon, you get sold. Core blaster, you get sold. Engine disruptor, honestly, yeah, no, you get sold too. Spacebender too, that's incredibly niche. I would rather have the scrap, thank you. Alright, chain reaction, debris catapult, cruiser longbow. Not ideal with coming pre-damaged, but if I can get this thing out quickly, and I have that Vanguard deployment, that actually might be very useful. I'm gonna take that. I'll go to this one sector, and then yeah, we're not throwing down with the Progma. Imperial station, sir, but I'm uncertain if there's any activity inside. I'm not. Someone or something is definitely in there. My sensors say so. Ozu, let's contact the station. Securing a channel now, sir. Incoming message. Oh, God. The Progma one. I know what their quest is. They want me to do war crimes, or I go and, you know, have to fight them, which I lose. So, I'll tell them, yeah, I'll do this one and ignore it. Yeah, we're just gonna... It's like, we'll take that quest and then promptly ignore it. I didn't even notice that Progma detection thing before. I must have missed it. Okay. Incoming transmission. Please, Admiral, you have to help us. These monsters have us locked away. Are these the... Oh, this is the slave thing again. Yeah. And then we can get our... Oh. No, different one. Well, although it's still one that I had before. It's 50-50. Okay. Yeah, I'd done that one before. I thought it was the one where, you know, you can convince the guy, it's like, hey, actually, you know, why do you have these guys as slaves? Well, all my friends have it, and it's like, I just want to look cool in front of them, and... No shop. Anything useful? Any systems? I haven't gotten any systems in a long time. Got Captain Lean for you, sir. Sir, I hope you don't mind, but I've been talking to R&D about building a neuro... Oh... No. Because that one went bad last time. I know it's 50-50, but... You know what? try it. Let me sell some stuff that I don't need. Like the cruiser. We'll sell that. Frigate 2. But these two juggernauts, that could legitimately be very useful. Tag team him with 2 of these things. Ooh. Hullbreaker Mark III. Anything else I could sell? I'll sell the debris catapult. Sell my Hullbreaker, buy the better one. I will sell the nano drones too. Alright. It's gonna have less health on it, but it'll come out a lot faster and I can deploy it a lot closer to their stuff. I can give it a bit of screening, so... Let's see what else we got. Kosh battleship. How lucky you are to see the full splendor of my battleship from your command center. I can only see a fraction of it from mine. Oh, they've got their own. Interesting. But that should finish them off regardless. There it goes. Second Kosh battleship, sir. Looks like we got sisters.
Pity I couldn't get here in time to save my sister ship, but I can still kill you.
You're welcome to try. Nope, keep going. Down she goes. Oh, maybe I should have taken that surrender thing. I'd have gotten more out of it. Oh well. No, I don't need the extra docks. I'll just hold off until I can get that other one. Okay. Yeah, get it. Got lunch for you, sir. Sir, we were working on a mid-air refueling when we encountered some Kosh drift metal. Not a ton, mind you, but it should help. There we go. Or should help some. Ah! Okay, we're coming in on that one. We'll go in as is. The heat thing's the only thing I'd have to worry about, and I don't usually have to worry about that too much, so...
Commander Battleship. Don't be scared. Your brain looks just like mine.
In the name of Oberon, what is that?
What happened to you? One day, not long ago, I was playing with my friends on my home planet when I was kidnapped by several men. Landa's men, it turned out.
Playing? How old is he, Admiral?
You see, I am only a kid, 13 years old. Back in one of Landa's research labs, my brain was removed from my body and given a series of tests. I performed well, better than anyone ever, I guess. I was just gonna be another Panzergeist, another graft job. But when Landa saw the results of my tests, he turned me into a commander, the first with no body. Ever since, I patrolled this sector, destroying foreign ships.
What do you want to do about this brain, Admiral? How do you...
live? They keep me pumped with Special H. It helps with the itchiness I sometimes feel. Maybe it sounds strange to you, but I've never been happier. It could just be the drugs talking, but who cares? Better to be a drugged brain commanding a battleship than a four-limbed human diseased on a planet. The point is, if I have to kill for Vivar to keep feeling this way, then so be it.
I'm sorry for all that's happened to you. We have medical professionals on board. We could help you.
You must not have been listening. I am happy. And now, Admiral, the time's come to battle. Winning releases the Special H.
Yeah, again. Hey, I've seen Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance. X-Beam, Fighter, Frigate. Okay. Okay, all their fighter screen knocked out. Everything else. Screen for this guy. I think he's going to be there before the next guys spawn, so... Or they've got the... Okay, yeah, they deal damage if they're adjacent. Oh, no, hey, that's my trick, buddy. Get your own. Eat their hull alive. Come on. There we go. And let's get your brother out right now. X-beam, aren't they? Might finish him off anyway. Yep, there we go. Sorry, Brain Kid. Let's get our 5th deployable, and that's about it besides the fuel. Or the heat. I guess I could do an extra weapon. I'll get it out of the way. Alright. Only thing left is heat capacitor. I'm going to save the rest for if we find any shops. And just steamroll this. Still, no auxiliary systems. Please give me auxiliary systems. I want auxiliary systems. I guess I could tag team the frigates. That could be fun. Flat cannons, yeah. Alright. Yeah, there's the Progma thing. No. How about no? Go this way. Yeah, brain's gone.
Civilian ship, sir. Looking for good tech? I got all kinds of good tech. All legally procured, of course.
And what are the chances it actually works?
Good. Real good. 75% good.
Ground distress signal upgrade tech. What's... Oh, okay, that's the... Alright, navigation scanning tech's the only thing I could do, so yeah. It'll leave me at just 200. Alright. Is it bad news? Okay, tech checks out, sir.
See? What'd I tell you? All my tech works. 75% of the time.
Alright, we got a navigation scanner. Not that we particularly need it. But everything else was already maxed, so...
Turn around, sir.
I don't recognize the model of your battleship. Who are you? This is Admiral Ellis Idaho of the NS Odysseus. Sorry, can you repeat that? I heard Admiral Ellis Idaho. No mistake, Captain. You heard correctly. Hey, do you want to encounter so many lunatics these days? Look, Admiral Idaho, don't follow us. We live longer spread apart. Get rid of that one as well. Alright. Secret military base, eh? Ambushed by mutated creatures. Oh boy. Yeah, we're gonna need to use quite a bit of intel for this, but hey, we've got the spare scrap, why not? We'll be fine. So definitely fight. Yeah, that bumped it up quite a bit. No difference between these. The only thing I can think would be engineering. Yep, okay. I'll do hack too. Nope. Screw it. Clean sweep. Go. Get back at least 120 scrap. I probably won't get that much back. I think I overdid it, but. Where are the mutated? I was about to say, where are the mutated creatures? Okay, you can kind of see them jumping behind the grass at most. I was like waiting for eyes. fuel. Yeah. Frigate. I'm gonna sell that. I don't think I'm gonna make. I think I'm gonna go negative on currency. Although I think I'll at least get a. Hey, I got somebody. Please be somebody who has fight. I am begging you here. Yeah, no, I went fairly negative on that, actually. Oh! Never mind. I guess by scrapping this other thing. Hooray! We finally have a fighting specialist. Alrighty. And a pilot. No, tactical deployment is worth more. But I will happily use you for any, like, missions and stuff. Oh, we're in Ganmia. Sir, Ganmia. I'd forgotten, but it is in the Kosh cluster. Everything that happened here, this must be hard for you, sir. I don't know if anyone still lives on this glass planet, but let's see if we can make contact. Of course, sir. No response, Admiral. Lean, I want your team. I want you and a team to check it out. Are you sure, sir? Why wouldn't I be, Captain? I don't know. I guess I just figured that after everything that happened, maybe you'd prefer we moved on. Don't presume, Captain. It's not in your job description. Making a note not to presume, sir. We're on our way. Sir, we're here. Sure enough, everything's covered in a layer of glass. Those nukes he used vitrified this place. The grass, the trees, even the people. It's like they've been preserved, the survivalists, just as they were. Standing, sitting, the moment the original Idaho crashed his ship. Fortunately, I haven't found any salvageable resources. Everything's useless in the condition it's in. I guess Vaughn's story was true then. The original who died a hero's death saving the Empire. That settles things, doesn't it? I suppose you're right, Machine. I thought being here might trigger something. Some sort of recall. And has it, Admiral? No, unfortunately not. Well, maybe it's for the best. Maybe this is one memory you wouldn't particularly enjoy. I don't know whether it's better to have painful memories or not, Machine. Why would you ever want painful memories? Because they're my memories. Or at least the original Idaho's. Without these emotional memories, good or bad, I wonder who I am. But never mind all that. Return to the ship, Captain. We have a lot of ground to cover yet. We'll be back before you know it, sir. Or if you're the Covenant, you just do it as a religious ceremony. I don't think there's anything else in here. Yep, okay. Yeah, that's better. Tell a ship crate with no escort, sir. What do you want to do? Lynch, form a team and check it out. And tell your birds to be on guard, Captain. Of course, sir. We're on our way now. Sir, the door's been blasted away from the crate and... what? Oh, see this one. It's just dead omnis floating out in space. How generous of you on that fuel, but I'm at least mostly topped off, so hey. Mercenary outpost, what you got? Please, somebody have AUX systems that boost my explosion. AUX systems in general, just something. Incoming transmission. Boy, are we glad to make contact with a group of fellow Imperials. We're stuck on one of this planet's dozen moons. Been stuck for a while, in fact. Shipwrecked. Bought that piece of junk from a civilian. Sketchy fella. I shouldn't have trusted him. Anyway, don't suppose you want a bunch of badass commandos at your command, would you? Hate to admit it, sir, but these mouth breathers could really help us out. Yeah, you missed the German accent, or... I'm just glad that, oh dear. Yeah. I'm completely drawing a blank. Ocala! I'm just glad Ocala wasn't here for that to hear me butcher their native tongue. It'll be in the VOD, don't worry. Just make sure there's lockers are far from mine, we'll get along just fine. Plus 10, alright. And we can get more! Alright, anybody got a hull? No. Plasma nuke could be decent. In fact, it's a lot better than the flat cannon, so... yeah, I'll take that. I've already got... I don't need more commandos. I've already got 20 and I got 11 of this, so I think... yeah, all the rest of these... the Vanguard thing's just too important to get rid of. Okay, nothing else there, so... yeah, let me go here. Yeah, I was channeling Dr. Klein as best as I could. Damaged beacon, sir. There's some scrap to collect there, but maybe not much. Also picking up a church ship nearby. Doesn't see us, but that could change quickly. Lean, put together a team and collect that scrap. Of course, Admiral. Sir, bad news. Church ship's on the move and headed straight for us. Should be here in T-minus 3 minutes. The accent changed as I realized he was talking. Lean, sir. Sir, we can return to the ship now or try and finish getting the scrap before those zealots get here. Your call. Give me that scrap before the zealots get here, Captain. Of course, sir. You grunts heard the man. Move with a purpose. Yeah, I've had this one happen before. Church ship's almost here, sir. Where's Lean's team? Lena's mouth breather's always making me sweat. Too late, sir. Those zealot freaks are here. A ship full of infidels to punish. The Omnis favor me. My flagellations must be working. Alright, we'll fight him. Actually, no. These should be as close to the line as I can get them, because they're going to get hit one way or another. Alright. Hit the cruiser. Oh, shoot, I should have had these guys out already. Just one of those would have finished him off. Two's overkill, but hey. Why not? And kablooey. Sir, we had to drop the beacon scrap to get back in time to the ship. If we let that ship of believers off the map. I was hoping, you know, I fight him and I could... We're not on a time rush anymore. We can just pick it up now. Eh, whatever. I guess that's the reason with 50-50. Got Chief for you.
Jumped into a cost security sensor field, sir. It's alerted our presence to local patrollers. Anything we can do to lower it, Chief? Well, it's not great. We could dump some scrap, creating a drift to hide our signature, but it'll really dig into our scrap. It's only 25. Go. Can't afford to signal our presence right now. We probably could. We're close enough there, but whatever. We might get enough of that back just off this. Okay. Fight seems to be the big winner here. Battleship wreckage. Okay. Let's see. Demolition, what do you do? Yeah, nice. I'll put one in for hack, but I think we're probably good otherwise. Still gonna be down one, but yeah. Whatever, go for it. I'm not that hurting for scrap. I need to min-max this. Already paid for itself. Yeah. Oh, alright, well. Sorry, Maha. We got quite the surplus of troops, so... Alright, that's quite a bit of scrap. So we definitely made more than that, I'll hold off until I get to shops and see what I can buy. Come on, AUX systems. Main ship, sir, 12 o'clock. Imperial ship. Didn't know I'd ever be happy to see the likes of you. A group of prisoners who escaped our prison station by building a crew junk ship. Prisoners of the Empire. Captain, you're lucky I haven't started firing. Yeah, we're lucky to be flying around in a homemade ship, bunch of convicts in a post-apocalyptic galaxy. You have no idea how lucky we are. Look, we don't have any trouble, Admiral. We know we could never beat you with our junk ship. We just want to help you and your crew. You know of a scrapper weapon around here that's unguarded. We'll tell you where it is on one condition. You give us Neo-N, and when the Empire's returned to its former glory, you pardon us for the crimes. Okay, 2 conditions. I'm an Imperial Admiral, Captain, not an Imperial Judge. Okay, but you can at least put in a good word for us. That's what it's gonna be. Yeah, whatever. I'm probably not gonna pick the weapon up, but yeah. Oh, you just automatically get it. I'm not gonna sell that, honestly. Okay. Dagnabbit. No AUX systems, ever. Ah! Whatever. Engine disruptor, you can be sold. Nano drones, core blaster, execution laser, plasma nuke. I think that's the one I already have. Yes, it is. So, we're just gonna move on, because I am not short on fuel or commandos. We're almost at the end of the sector.
Enemy ship engaging us, sir.
It's a church ship from the look of it. We got a longbow and a frigate. Okay. I think I'm preloaded because they spawned in first. Anyway, drones. Meantime, y'all both hit this. Okay, you're going...
Rush him. He's gonna hit me, unfortunately, while I'm doing this, but... Alright, let's get more of these boomers out. Rush him via meat screen. There we go. I might lose one of them. I lost one of them. Alright. Oh man, those are annoying to deal with when I've only got these, but... Goodbye! Alright, we don't have any artillery to throw at me. It'll take a little bit before I can get another one of the big guys out, but that's fine. Let's scrap that last of that hull before this guy gets into the second one first. A little bit more, a little bit more, a little more. Yes, okay, this should finish him off. There we go. We got no scrap, but I got a guy who is a spy, except my spy's better, so... And you also have something I don't need. Drat. And I saw a dragon. Thank you for keeping me posted. No, I don't need the Omniforge. Come on, shop. Have something worth something. These are the people who frickin' curse you if you don't, and none of my guys are wounded, but I'll throw the money at them, I don't care. Battleship wreckage again, huh? Okay, we already did that one. Okay. Whew. Scrap. Yeah, scrap's about the best thing I can get, or maybe other weapons at this point, because the only stop I got left is one more store that might have something in it. After that, it's the boss. Decent amount of money. Alright, shop, come on. Give me something here. The fifth time we don't want to buy any of your Omni books. He hung up on us, sir. I'm guessing they mean the, door-to-door salesman of the, Ooh. That could actually be useful. Okay. I think this is the last stop. It is! Alright. Let's finish this sector and this chapter. I forgot to upgrade my heat thing. Oh well.
General Lavar, sir.
Ah, at last. The great Admiral Elis Idaho. At first I thought, no, it can't be. Oberon's favorite in my sectors. He died a hero's death in Ganmia decades ago. But as the reports came in, I knew somehow it had to be true. No one else could safely navigate these stars and dispose of my commanders the way you have. And now here you are. Not a ghost, but a man. How, Admiral? How?
You're an enemy of the people of this empire, General. Surrender or die for your crimes.
I guess I'll never get the truth from you then, will I? For dead men provide no answers.
Alright, what does he throw at us? Okay, Missile Barrage. Every 50 seconds, launches missiles targeting all your units on the battlefield and dealing 40 damage each. Huh, alright. X-Beam, Heavy Nuke. Also, he's got Frigate and 2 fighters. Well, if I can get these guys over to him before 50 seconds is up. Go. Frigates first. Or frigate first. But hey, if y'all want to fight like that, that works just fine by me. Go to the fighter. Keep him off those. Okay. Hit their weapons. Get more of these guys out. Okay, still got 20 seconds, so they both should hit. I think they got enough health, they could tank it either way. Y'all just hang around here. The plasma nuke ready and they bring people out. Hull Piercer. Let's hit that early. Alright. One after the other. Wreck them. That should go through 1 and 2. Alright, two hulls gone in 1. I'll keep these. But hey, while y'all are here, go away. We got 1 health bar left. Thank you, Dragon. I gotcha. Do you have? Yep, they're both ready. Rush them with both. Should have done that, but whatever. Oh shoot, I don't know if these guys are going to get there in time on their own. Yeah, I'm going to get barraged. Well, they should have enough health they can survive it. Oh, okay, so it's just targeted, it is not... Okay. I was thinking it was your ships get hit no matter what. Just through scratch damage at this point, I can finish him off. How much damage is that to? Yeah, that would... Any Hullbreaker laser will finish it. No empty dock? What do you mean? Is it overheated? Yeah, whatever. We'll bring out a frigate. It's faster. Oh, wait. Can already bring you out. Alright. Come out and say hi. Alrighty. Rip him to shreds. For years I thought of myself as one of those great heroes of Earth I'd read about in those forbidden books. Leaders like Khan, Alexander the Great, Caesar. But now I know I'm nothing like them. Could be worse. Could have died never knowing where I stood at all. And a man should always measure his abilities. What happened when you went looking for the node? That creature didn't tell you in your brig? I traveled to the location Dr. Karras gave me. A sector not far from Elysium. I had only my battleship. I couldn't take more without rousing the suspicion of my house. This proved costly. When I arrived, there he was, waiting for me. Oberon, surrounded by a battalion of destroyers. Strangely, I did not see you that day, Admiral. You see, it was a trap. The old man had given a false location to Karras. He was smiling. Thought it was amusing. I burned with anger and imagined all sorts of ways of ending him. What did your Emperor do? He did not kill me then and there. No. He made me return and explain my errant ways to the Seven as if I were a child. Made me tell them personally that as a result of what I had done, our machine quota would be reduced by 20%. We were to become the weakest of the great houses, not much better than the despicable House Vicarelli. Because of me. You should have seen the disdain in their eyes when I told them. The Seven imprisoned me in the worst Omni-run prison in our sectors. Little more than a dungeon. He could have executed you for treason. You should be thankful. I would have preferred execution, Admiral. I would have preferred it 1,000 times over. You have many questions. You have must have few answers. Why did you wish to reach the node? For people like me, there are no limits. Enough is never enough. I wanted to rule all, with the great leaders of Earth. But your Emperor never made that possible with his machine quota and all. So, unlike the cowardly lords that came before me, the Seven, I tried to do something about it. Reaching the node would have allowed me to gain an advantage in Omni numbers. And when the time was right, I was going to move in and stomp Oberon. The stars would have turned red with blood. It was all going to be so beautiful. Why'd you work with Tetsuo? I never liked Tetsuo, nor he me. We believed we could help one another. I could defend him with my commanders and battleships, and he would help me overturn the Seven. We believed we'd work together to also beat Oberon and House Telos and seize control of all the clusters. A man like Tetsuo, a man like you, it's hard to see you working together. Yes. And it was always, I believe, going to be a temporary arrangement. Later, with House Telos out of the way, I was going to eliminate House Akibara Son. No doubt Tetsuo had a similar plan to get rid of me. We were under no illusions there. But our hatred for Oberon was greater than our hatred for each other. It brought us together. For a time. Of course, when I learned who Tetsuo's operative was, I decided to cut him out of the plan and do it on my own. With the proper changes to the node, I could increase not only my omnis, but reduce Telos and Aki numbers as well. That weasel of a man, Dr. Karras, was going to help me do it. I have one regret in my life, and it's not ending him when I had a chance. I should never have listened to Landa. Although Landa's still out kicking around since I didn't follow him, but hey. But did they know? The lords of your house, the Seven? Did they know your plans to conspire with Tetsuo? Of course not. They never would have approved
proved. They were content being Oberon's puppets, content maintaining the status quo. When they found out what I'd done, they imprisoned me, humiliated me. I'd already been humiliated, so I decided I'd kill them. Well, no. I knew I would kill them long before then, but it was at that point I decided their deaths would be excruciating. The chaos of the shutdown provided me with such an opportunity. They were too busy running around panicking, and they never saw me coming. What happened to the 7? I killed them, of course. The chaos of the shutdown provided me with an opportunity to do so. I was in an Omni-run prison at the time for my crimes. They collapsed, and I was able to escape. The 7 never saw me coming with my fleet. They were too busy running around panicking, too busy being helpless without the Omnis. I made it a point of killing each and in chronological order. I wanted to kill the old man, too, and your ship, which was somehow access the folders and was going to help me do it. Who was it then? If not you or Tetsuo, who reached the Master Node? I have no idea, Admiral, but I am jealous. I would like to end the machines, even if accidentally. Now, enough chit-chat. You know what to do with a beaten general. I know you strive to be just like your Emperor, but in this respect, I wish you'd rebel and kill me. What is this Earth you speak of? You've not heard of it? Does not surprise me. It's hardly spoken of now. It was hardly spoken of when the Omnis were still on. Those survivalists believed in it. The ones you killed. Planet of blue and green where they believe we all come from. Kashis, Akis, and Imperials alike. Can't say I believe them. I can't say this planet even existed. But I have enjoyed the stories of its great military leaders. How they were merciless. Do you know anything about my past? You're a vain man. I like it. But I don't know much. Just your reputation, really. You were to be the greatest admiral of all time, and to have died a hero's death on Ganima. That's all. I think I already asked her about that. Yeah, it's just the same one. I don't know why it's still highlighted. The time has come to surrender, Vivar. You know I can't do that, Admiral. I won't go back to prison, Omni-run or not. No. You'll have to do what your Emperor didn't. You'll have to end me. The trail would seem to end here, Machine. We've run out of clues and out of suspects. Unfortunately, I believe you're right, and so close to the center of the Empire, too. But as shameful as it'll be to return to Oberon without having solved this mystery, surely he will know who is behind this. I'm confident we can help him and get the Omnis up and running again. I hope so, but I don't understand. If Vivar or none of our enemies interfered with the Master Node, who did it? I don't know, Admiral. How strange it is to find myself saying those words as often as I do now. Remind me of the center of the Empire. It's, for lack of a better term, the Heartland, Admiral. And when we enter it, no one will desire to kill us. For once. In its last sector, we'll find Elysium, the capital, and Oberon's palace, where I expect him to be waiting for us. Why are you so sure the Oberon awaits us in his palace? Because where else would Oberon await us? This is where he lives, where his throne and immortality tech are. Seems logical to me.
Yeah, that was one of the theories that was bumping around in, like, Sector 1. So how do you feel about meeting your creator?
Oberon's not exactly my creator. He created the machines that created me. I thought I'd explained that to you. But yes, I think it's fair to say that meeting Oberon will be the most important day of my life.
What do you know about Oberon's immortality tech? As you've learned, Oberon is the only one allowed to have immortality tech. Besides us, of course. Oberon outlawed others from having the same. What would happen if someone were to try and create their own immortality tech? Oh, sorry, that was me. Ironically, death. The Progma have enforced anti-immortality tech laws for hundreds of years now. And you know how they dispense justice. But does he need Omnis for his immortality tech? Yes, just like every other tech. But I would have to assume he has some immortality Omnis still available. Otherwise... Let's change the subject, shall we? We haven't talked about pulsars in a while. Who shut down the Omnis, Caliban? Has your thinking changed on this? No, it hasn't, unfortunately. I'm as stumped as you are. But I still think someone reached the Master Node terminal, and somehow, whether intentional or not, they deactivated us. I still can't remember anything important. I don't think it's healthy for you to keep asking questions about the original Idaho's past. I'm starting to think they'll never come back. Either something's wrong with me, or the rest of the crew, or... Or what, Admiral? I don't know. Okay, these are all reminders we already saw. What can you tell me about this planet Earth? I think we can chalk the idea that it exists up to craziness, just like certain theories regarding the shutdown. What do you want to guess? Earth is going to be probably our last sector, or at least somewhere close to it. Let's return to the Heartland, to Elysium. It'll be nice to be welcomed back for once.
Sir, I'm picking up a ship headed our way.
Another Kosh, but we destroyed Vivar's ships.
I don't think it's a Kosh, sir. I think it's our ship. The Ennis Odysseus.
No, it couldn't be. He's found us. Who's found us, Caliban? Don't listen to a word he says, Admiral. I promise you he's mad. Hello, Admiral. I don't understand. How am I... How are you? It's a lot to take in, I know. I felt the same the first time I ran into one of us. He tried to convince me, but I wouldn't listen. I couldn't listen. Slow down. I don't understand what you're talking about. I'm talking about the truth. The truth that renders everything else inessential. I've been looking for other Idahos to pass this truth on to. My search has taken me many years. 10, 15, I don't know. Moving through the dark, I lost count years ago. But finally, I've found you. Why don't you come on board where we can sit and talk? I'm sorry, but I still don't understand what you're telling me. That's just it. You couldn't understand. You couldn't possibly accept it. The Idaho I encountered couldn't convince me either. So I killed him. He didn't know the best way to convey the truth. But I do. Soon you'll know what I know. Soon you'll see what I see. You'll thank me for this, I think.
Sir, their ship is accelerating towards us. It's a suicide mission.
Don't let that ship reach us. Fire away. It's too late. He's already here. He knows. This one knows. Yes, we uploaded the other's memories. He, the other one, he got too close. He knew what he was doing. Compromised, so we shut him down. I don't see any other way around it. We erase this strand and start all over again. It will take years, but... 5, 6, 7... Pity. We'd never gotten so far before. In all our years of trying, in all our years of sending him and his crew out there and watching them die time after time after time. I believed this Idaho could be the one. I believed our work might finally be over. I believed we might even meet him. One folder away. That was all. Still,
It doesn't matter. We shut him down and make another strand. A strand that's better. A third strand. Strand C. We can't. Why not? Because we don't have the time to create another strand. 5, 6, 7 years. By that time it will all be over. It's true. They will all be dead. All except him. He has the tech too. The numbers certainly are not promising. They are not. So we keep trying. Yes. We have no choice. We do not. And if he refuses to go along, he has every reason. You've seen the memories. You've seen what Oberon did to him. Executed him in front of his wife for not bombing Ganmia. He hates him now. Possibly wants to kill him. That's a problem. A big problem. An insurmountable problem? No. He needs us. That's why he goes along. He needs us just as much as we need him. He just doesn't know it yet.
Oh, that complicates things. Alright, well, we will start up Chapter 5 come next Tuesday. We'll see how things start. Who is who? Oh, he is referring to Oberon, I'm imagining. Yes, basically, he crashed the ship, but in doing so, the corpse of the one that had all the information they didn't want knowing was close enough that when we died and he died, both were uploaded into the backup so that any clones that we make will have the memories of both. And which is why the Caliban's like, crap, we gotta start from scratch, and they're like, well, we don't have time. But we will be picking this up on next Tuesday. If we continue at this rate, because we actually went through this pretty quick, we might be able to knock out both the last two chapters come next Tuesday. We'll see. Again, it being on easy mode has sped things along quite considerably, which I don't mind. We have been kind of going at this game for quite a while. As for Friday, the thing for the VR has not quite come in yet, so I'm going to have to wait on that one. I do have a poll either in Dragon server, but also in my D&D server to kind of ask, because I narrowed it down to 3 things. One being My Friendly Neighborhood, which is sort of a like Sesame Street, Mr. Rogers themed survival horror FPS. Devil May Cry 5, most people know what that one is already. And Sable, which is sort of a chill, open world exploration puzzle game kind of thing. Currently, there's been 1 vote for My Friendly Neighborhood and 1 vote for Sable. So we'll see how the numbers shake out as we get closer to Friday. I'm good for either. But if anyone wants to put in their opinion on which one they'd want to go for, it should be up in both servers for any of the people who are watching this. But between now and Friday, somebody else is usually streaming. That'd be Dragon. On Wednesday, she's got her hidden object game, and on Thursday, she's been doing Okay, I forgot. I know I asked you last time. You're not necessarily doing Enshrouded on Thursdays. I think you're still figuring that out. You just did it last time for the drops, but either way, Wednesday and Friday, Dragon will be streaming. Eratus, right. Eratus, Lord of the Dead, I think? Which I don't remember that much about. I just remembered the name. Anyway, though, thank you everybody for stopping by. I'm glad we actually got some plot continuation and we didn't just, spin our wheels in the same sector 3 times over. So, yeah, come next time we'll see how far we can get in. But, thank you for joining. Have a good night, everybody. I'm going to go get something to eat.